present the story today of a very courageous woman by the name of Clela Rorex. She was the first person in the United States to issue same-sex marriage licenses simply because she thought it was the right thing to do, and she was in a position to take that action. And as we're talking about today, and because of doing the right thing, she ended up suffering a lot and really felt the passion of our Lord in many ways. So we're proud to present that to you today, the passion of Clela Rorex.
Good morning, Ms. Rorex. I'm Lennox. I'm one of your best clerks here. And I wasn't here when you started working, and I do apologize, and I'm sure I'll make it up to you.
Thank you, Lennox. I appreciate your southern charm, but we're not even in southern Colorado. Nope. Boulder. In the middle, like a rock, so to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
And please don't call me ma'am. That's my mother. Call me by my name, Clela.
Yes, but I mean Clela.
Thank you. I know you mean well, but as a woman, I have been discriminated too far, and your kind words sound like the things I used to hear as put me down.
I understand.
Thank you, Lennox. How long have you worked here in the county clerk's office?
Well, I've been here for 3 years now, and I hope you decide to keep me on. I guess that's why I'm so nervous this morning.
You are a welcome part of this office, and I will trust you along with all my clerks and deputies to speak your mind. I hope that's not a problem.
No, no, Miss Clela.
Great. We have an interesting case coming back in this morning. I have to ask them to come back so I can speak with the district attorney. It's a marriage case.
Sorry, but I don't understand.
Well, they are two men who want to be married to each other.
Really? Why?
Well, I suppose they love each other. The district attorney said that the Colorado law does not say that the spouse has to be a woman. And so it's only fair that I ask them to come back to be sure.
Well, now, I've never heard of that before.
In your time here, no same-sex couple has ever applied?
I don't believe so.
Well then, if it's up to me, I'm going to do what's right. As a woman, I know what it is to be arbitrarily discriminated against because things were supposedly always done. So discrimination, arbitrary discrimination, ends right here. Did you know that half of the people who voted for my opponent in the election did so just because he was a man?
I didn't know, but I voted for you.
Thank you. But that has to stay private in the workplace, and we cannot talk elections here.
I think you remember Dave and Dave.
Hi.
Hey, thank you for considering this, Mrs. Rorex. We tried to get a marriage license in Colorado Springs, but they told us they don't do this kind of thing. And yet, I love this man. And so I hope you can help us out.
Thank you. Yes, I think I can. You may pick up your finished marriage certificate from the front desk in about an hour. Will you be changing your last name once you are married? I just want to be sure I have the names correct on the marriage license.
No, we both already have the same first name. The same last name is Lil Much, with all due respect.
Well, sorry I had to ask you to come back a second time, but I wanted to make sure where we stood before we sailed off the edge.
Thank you so much. You don't know how much this means to us.
Pick up your certificate in about an hour. Please take this to the principal.
Yes, ma'am.
my line is blinking here.
So I see you've decorated for Easter. Is Easter all about eggs and bunnies to you?
No, I do that because I'm a public official and I want the decorations to be accessible to all the citizens. But the main part of my celebration is the resurrection of Jesus, not the Easter bunny.
Well, you understand just what it is I'm about to say to you. For you have experienced the passion of our Lord for doing the right thing. But honey, you're in for a world of trouble.
Yes, I know. I grew up here. Hello. Yes, I think I understand you. You don't feel it's right for two men to be married. Well, the law does not prevent me from. Well, I don't think that is entirely clear, and who are we to make that judgment? As a woman, don't you think that? How dare you? I ask you to please keep a civil tone. I am not a Californian. Thank you. Goodbye. Well, Colonel Howard, how may I help you today?
With all these shenanigans going on around here, I figure anything's possible. So I'm here to get a license to marry my horse. I figure if you let two men be married, you should have no complaints letting me marry my horse.
I understand, Colonel.
Oh, I'm glad to see that you know who I am after only a few days on the job.
Well, Colonel, there is a statue of you out front of the courthouse with your horse. I suppose that is the same horse you want to marry.
Yes, Missy.
Well,
it is.
I can only think of one possible problem.
There better not be any problem if you let those two...
How old is your horse?
Well, and please note that I at least plan to marry a female, is a fine 12-year-old filly.
Sorry, sir, but 12 years old is below the minimum age of consent to be married in this state. I will need the written consent of both her parents in order to issue you a marriage license.
Well, I've never heard such a silly thing in all my life.
Well, now you have.
Are you Miss Clela Rorex?
Yes, I am.
Miss Rorex, what you are doing is wrong. Wrong, wrong. It's against the laws of nature. It's a sin.
I will take complaints, but only in written form.
Why, who would write down such things that are so obvious?
Hey, ma'am.
Right here, please. I have a line here to deal with. You may complain via letters. And who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare. I'm the future that you have just unleashed. My name is Kim Davis, and in 2018, I will be the county clerk in Rowan County, Kentucky. I'm the person that had the courage and the morals to clean up the mess that you made here. I asked God what was the right thing to do, and I said no to same-sex marriage.
You asked God, but you didn't wait for the answer.
Are you going to let your clerk talk to me like this? In my day, county clerks knew their place.
And his place is with me, fighting injustice.
You whine about going through the wilderness and all the difficulties you faced. I went out into the wilderness alone. I was hated and mocked by everyone for saying no to those perverts.
No, that's not the wilderness. That's your cold and buried heart.
I never.
Excuse me. More hate, ma'am.
Right here, please.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
right.
Oh, and Miss Davis?
Yes.
Well, hate mail for you too.
Me?
And not only that, it's a summons. You have been served.
This is all your fault. You started gay marriage because you didn't know what else to do. Let's have it out right here. You and me right now. Clerk to clerk, woman to woman. You're no hero. You're just too weak to stand up to those people.
Bring it on, you homophobic harpy!
Clerk fight! Clerk fight!
Please, you sure brought a whole lot